Okay, today we're going to factor by grouping. Okay, so to factor means to break down, if you can, into its linear components, or at least into its prime components. So what does it mean to be prime? Prime is when you only have two factors, one in itself. So i.e. you can't factor it anymore. It's not factorable. It's as small as possible. So let's look at an example. So what if we have the polynomial x cubed minus 12x squared minus 2x plus 24. So factor by grouping is usually when we have four terms. So notice we have four things added or subtracted here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put parentheses around the first two. I'm going to put parentheses around the second two. So let's ask ourselves, well, what do the first two have in common? X cubed minus 12x squared. Their GCF is x squared. They have at least x squared. Well, x squared times what will get us x cubed? Well, it's just missing one x. X squared times what will get us negative 12x squared? That's negative 12. So let's look at the second parentheses. I have a negative 2x plus 24, and 99% of the time, factor out the negative, okay? So 2 and 24, we can divide both of those by 2, so our GCF is 2, so I'm going to factor out the 2. Negative 2 times what will get me negative 2x? Well, I'm just missing the x. Negative 2 times what will get me 24? That is negative 12. Well, ding, 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 ding. What do I notice? I now have a common factor. I have a factor of a parenthesis, x minus 12. So let's factor that out. Well, if I pull out the x minus 12, well, what do I need to multiply the x minus 12 by in the first one to get to my result? All it is missing the x squared. If I pull out the x minus 12, all that's missing is the minus 2. And then I ask myself, x minus 12, can I factor anything out? Nope, that's prime. X squared minus 2, no common factors, that's prime. Box it, and we're done. If you're unsure if your answer is correct, we could always FOIL this out to make sure that we get our cubic x cubed minus 12x squared minus 2x plus 2 by foiling or drawing the box and multiplying out. Okay, so let's try another one. So what if we have x cubed plus 4x squared plus 5x plus 20? So again, I'm going to look at the first two. Yes, they have common factor. I'm going to group them together. I'm going to group the second two together. Again, the whole point is for you to group two terms together that have a common factor. If they don't have a common factor, then you're not going to be able to factor anything out. But let's look at the first two. X cubed plus 4x squared. They share a GCF of x squared. Well, x squared times what will get us x cubed? That would be x. X squared times what will get us 4x squared? That is plus 4. Well, let's do the same thing to the second pair. I have a positive 5x plus 20. Well, 5x and 20 has a GCF of 5. I can factor out of 5. Well, 5 times what will get me 5x? I'm just missing the x. 5 times what will get me 20? I am missing a 4. Well, ding, 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 ding. Do they have a common factor? Yes, I can pull out that x plus 4. And if I pull out the x plus 4 times what will get me this whole first term? I'm just missing the x squared. And if I pull out the x plus 4 on the second half, I'm just missing the 5. So again, do I have prime factors? 1x and 4, no common factors, that's prime. X squared plus 5, no common factors. Again, if you extra want to double check, you can FOIL out or draw a 2 by 2 box and multiply. But x times 4 times x squared plus 5 will get us our cubic x cubed plus 4x squared plus 5x plus 20. So let's try another one. So what if we have x cubed plus 11x squared minus 3x minus 33? Again, you only want to group things together that have a common factor. So let's put parentheses around the first two and the second two, including sign. So x cubed plus 11x squared. Again, both of these have an x squared. Well, x squared times what will get us x cubed? Well, that's x. X squared times what will get us 11x squared? That's plus 11. Well, Well, let's look at the second set of parentheses, negative 3x minus negative 33. Again, 99% of the time, pull out the negative. And 3x and 33, I can pull out a negative 3. So negative 3 times what will get me negative 3x? Well, I'm just missing the x. Negative 3 times what will get me negative 33? That is a positive 11. And ding, 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 ding. Again, I have a common factor. My GCF is the entire parenthesis x plus 11. You cannot do this step unless you have the same number in the parentheses. And if you don't have the same exact terms in the parentheses, that means that maybe you need to try a different grouping. But here we do. So we're going to pull out our x plus 11, and we're going to multiply that by whatever's on the outside, x squared minus 3. Okay, let's try one more. We try one more. We have 15x cubed minus 5x squared plus 6x minus 2. So again, let's do the first two have things in common. They do. The second two have things in common. They do. So 15x cubed minus 5x squared, I can divide both of those by a 5x squared. So GCF is 5x squared. 5x squared times what will get me 15x cubed, that is 3x. 5x squared times what will get me negative 5x squared, that is a minus 1. Well, let's look at the second two terms. 6x minus 2 are both divisible by 2, so I'm going to pull out a positive 2. Well, 2 times what will get us 6x? That is 3x. 2 times what will get me a negative 2? That is a negative 1. And ding, 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 ding. Do I have a common GCF parenthesis? I do. I can pull out that 3x minus 1 and multiply that by what's on the outside. 5x squared plus 2. And again, 3x minus 1, I can't factor. There's no GCF. That's considered prime. 5x squared plus 2. I can't factor anything out. I am done. So that is factor by grouping. Okay, most often used when we have 4 terms being added or subtracted. Try grouping the first two together, last two together, see what GCF they have in common.